Surrounded by an endless ocean of water. My vehicle is destroyed beyond repair. Stranded on an island with limited materials, I must venture into the deep blue for any hope of survival. Equipped with a radio for communication, but it will be highly unlikely to make any contact. However, this scuba suit might prove to be a lifesaver as I prepare to dive below into the deep, dark waters. No signs of complex life is seen, yet numerous underwater plants and rocks inhabit below. Using a high-tech device, I start to extract a few samples, learning about the composition and potential to craft useful tools. Suddenly, I'm interrupted by a strong force of water, which almost flips me over. A large black creature begins to dash towards me quickly. Without hesitation, I frantically swim to safety. I manage to escape to an underwater cove, where I am able to catch my breath. It looks like I'll be staying up camp here. With limited oxygen, and I couldn't stay here forever. In a moment of shock and fear, a faint transmission is picked up from my radio, which immediately comes out and cuts itself dead. Could this be a sign of life or something unknown? One thing's for sure, that I knew I was no longer alone. I would think of myself as a horror fanatic. Not so much to where I love it, just enough to pacify myself for a few hours. I never liked action or comedy or romance. It wasn't my kind of style. But now I'm having my second thoughts about it. See, I used to work for a horror film company, and they always made me work endless hours. Well, this one movie we were shooting was named Midnight Tragedy. I thought it would be just a normal, generic kind of movie. I went in, as I do every morning, and work on it by myself because, let's face it, who wants to work with a lot of people that don't know what they're doing? As I sat at my computer, I saw something weird. A new email from my boss. Weird. I started working on it, and I started to read it, but nothing was typed on it. No subject, no text, nothing. Thinking this must be a typo or an unmeant message, I just quickly deleted it and went back to my work. The movie was good until one point, which I thought could use some editing, but as I was editing it, I got another email from my boss. At the time it was only 3:39, and he's not up at this hour. Thought nothing of it and just opened it. Again, no text, no subject, nothing. I thought someone was just playing tricks on me and deleted it. Went back to ending the scene, and that's when I got a call. Who could be calling me at this hour? Certainly no one that works with me, right? Besides, I come in early in the morning and leave late at night. So Why would anyone be contacting me at this time? I took no notice of it and just didn't answer. Simply think this is the idiocy of someone I work with, or some just kid trying to mess around with the phone, or prank calls even. Since we get a lot here, I took off the hook and didn't answer anything. And then, later that day, when we started airing the movie, something came up. Something that I can't explain, but horrifying. See, my station has a very different way of handling movies that seem too extreme. We edit them out, and they don't make the cut. So, what I saw here was very disturbing and very different from what I'm used to seeing. No matter how much graphic content is shown, we still try to air it. Hopefully make it rated R so that no one tries something stupid until it's actually released. What I saw on that screen, I can't describe. But what I can tell you is there's some kind of monster in on it. Every horror movie has to have some kind of monster, right? But this thing was completely mutilated. It was not much of a really bad thing, but good lord, this thing is nightmarish. This is not what I want it to be. I thought it was going to be some cheesy thing of a knockoff of some kind of horror story, right? But no. I was wrong. There's something much more sinister. It was very, very much different. I didn't know what to think. I don't know what to say about it. It was completely out of my comfort zone. I didn't know what to do. But one thing's for sure. I did not want to see this. And I know what I saw was not meant to be seen. This movie changed my life. I quickly deleted the movie as quickly as I could. I might have gotten in trouble for it, but I don't regret what I did one bit. Because that was never supposed to be seen, and no one should ever see that. That movie was not normal. And that monster that I saw, if you can even call it that, was not supposed to be seen at all. But luckily, no one will ever see that movie ever again. It wasn't as bad as the others, but what they see is what they will never understand. Movies like that should be non-existent for all. But about 2 months later, we had a new producer come in. Well, he was a bit shady, but nothing too bad. He was sketchy in some way, but I didn't know what. Finally, I asked him who he worked for. Well, as we can always tell you, things that are said should be kept silent. Should always be silent, and nothing should be disclosed outside of movies. Things aren't always as they seem.